You might have wondered at one time or another if planets can be observed without a telescope. I, for one, was delightfully taken aback when I first found out that Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are all easily observable due to their brightness in the night sky. This is your host Nathan, and welcome back to Universe on a Stick. Before doing anything else, make sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Now that you know what planets to look for when looking up at the night sky, you'll have no trouble spotting every single one of them, provided that you know when and where to look. Keep in mind that it may not be that easy to see these planets all at once. In fact, you can only expect to see all 5 of the visible planets, say, once every 20 years. Clearly, it's quite a rare planetary lineup, though it would be an incredible thing to behold. What if I told you that 2022 was the year? You heard me right. You could totally spot the 5 planets all at once on most nights in June. What, you didn't miss it like I did you? Oh well, not all is lost, as we can still see them one at a time, or maybe even in pairs, if we're lucky. Let's start with Mercury. On account of its proximity to the Sun, Mercury is only observable a couple of hours before dawn, as well as after sunset. You'll find it right above the horizon, as it always rises about an hour before the Sun does, and then gets lost in the daylight until it is seen once again for another hour or so after the Sun goes down. Same thing with Venus. Much like Mercury, since Venus's orbital plane lies well within Earth's orbit, it is only visible near the skyline briefly before dawn, as well as after dusk. Not including Venus, the brightest planet would be the mighty Jupiter. It can be seen from dusk till dawn just below the great square of the Pegasus constellation. Considering that Venus is entirely obscured by the Sun all throughout June, Jupiter becomes the next best thing, seeing as how it's the brightest star in June. Just like Jupiter, you can also easily observe Mars all night long, no matter where in the world you are, as long as A, there's no cloud coverage to block your view, and B, you happen to be looking during a certain period called opposition, when Mars and the Sun lie on opposite sides of Earth, which basically means that the red planet comes into view when the Sun sets and is lost in daylight again after sunrise. The best time to observe Saturn would be after sunset. It continues to shine bright well after midnight until about 2 in the morning, and it drops out of view after that. One thing to keep in mind, as it may help identify the planet, is that Saturn is often seen in a triangular formation along with Mars and Antares, the brightest star in the Scorpius constellation.